So, you've got a brilliant idea for a digital product, right? Well, today we're going to break down the blueprint that can take that idea from just a spark in your mind to a successfully funded reality. You know that feeling you have this amazing idea for an ebook, or maybe an online course, or a set of killer templates. You just know it's something people need, and that initial buzz of excitement is just incredible. But then the reality hits, the big question. Okay, now what? And that's where so many great ideas stall out, right? That creative energy kind of fizzles when you face the challenge of, actually getting the project funded and off the ground. Well, this is where crowdfunding comes into the picture. It might just be the perfect answer to turning that idea into something real. So let's dive into how it works. The whole strategy really isn't that complicated. It's all built on a simple blueprint, and it comes down to 3 core pillars that are going to support your entire campaign. So what are they? First, you've got to define your core value. Second, you need to design a really smart reward structure. And third, you have to create what I like to call customer wow points. Let's break each one down. Okay, first up, your core value. This has to be absolutely crystal clear. Look, you aren't just selling a random product. You're offering a practical, hands-on solution that helps a very specific audience, like freelancers or small business owners, achieve a real, tangible goal. Next up, the reward structure. A huge strategy here is to keep everything digital. I mean, everything. PDFs, videos, templates, all delivered through email or something like Google Drive. Why? Because you completely eliminate the cost, the hassle, and the delays of physical shipping. It's a game changer. And that brings us to pillar 3, creating those wow points. This is the fun stuff. These are the little details that make your backers feel like they're getting something truly special. We're talking ready-to-use templates, step-by-step exercises, and especially those higher-touch things like a live Q&A or even personal feedback. Okay, so with that blueprint in place, let's get practical. What does this actually look like? What are the tangible things that are going to make up your digital product package? A really complete toolkit might have a brand identity workbook, maybe some website templates for a tool like Notion, a series of short, bite-sized video lectures, and even design assets from something like Figma. See, it's a whole package designed to get someone started from total scratch. Now, let's talk about one of the most critical parts of this whole thing, pricing. The key here isn't just to pick a number, but to structure your pricing to create irresistible value at every single level. So instead of just one flat price, think of it more like a ladder of value. You create these different tiers, let's call them basic, plus, and premium. And each one is designed to invite people to find the level that feels just right for them. Let's look at a real example here. For around $50, your basic tier gets people in the door with the core stuff, the workbook and templates. Then for maybe $70, the plus tier adds on those valuable design assets. And then you have the premium level, around $100, where you get that super high-value personalized support, like one-on-one feedback. And here is the absolute key to pricing. The jump in value between the tiers has to be super obvious. A backer should look at the next level up and think, wait a second, for just a little more, I get all of that? That's the exact thought process that makes them upgrade. Okay, so your product is defined, your pricing is all set, but there's a missing ingredient, something you need to turn casual interest into actual support, and that's trust. This is where video becomes so important. You have to put yourself in your backer's shoes. There's often this little voice of doubt in their head, right? They're wondering, can I really do this all by myself with just a PDF? It's a fundamental fear about their own abilities, and you have to address it head on. This slide just illustrates that psychological shift perfectly. If you only use text, you can leave backers feeling anxious and uncertain. But when you add video, you replace that anxiety with confidence. You're not just telling them it's possible, you're actually showing them. And the best part, you do not need a Hollywood budget for this. Seriously. A simple screen recording of you walking through something can be incredibly powerful. Just focus on creating a few short clips that solve common problems. The goal here is to be helpful, not perfect. Okay, we've got the core value, the product, the pricing, and the trust-building power of video. So now, how do we wrap this all up into one compelling story for your launch? A really powerful pitch boils the entire project down into one sentence, just like this one. And notice what's happening here. It's not about the features you've built. It's 100% focused on what your backers get to achieve. And a huge part of keeping that story clear and powerful is the simple rule of 3. By offering 3 distinct tiers of value, you make it so easy for backers to understand their options and pick the one that's right for them. No confusion, just clarity. So, when you really boil it all down, the winning formula seems to be this: a practical, hands-on kit combined with trust-building video. That combination right there, that's the key. So, you have the blueprint, you have the strategy. All that's left is one final question to think about. What will your launch story be?